Now, fair Polka, our nuptial hour draws on the pace.
4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
She lingers my desires like a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go, Philostrates, to rub the Athenian youth to merriment.
Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our call.
Hippolyta, I would thee with my sword, and one I love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Eugenia. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast, by moonlight, at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so, she will not hear, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her banishment, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia?
Be advised, Hermia, to you, your mother should be as a god, one that composed your beauty, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by her imprinted, and within her power, to leave the figure or disfigure it.
Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. Of this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my mother look but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
Do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to obey the law, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires.
Know of your youth. Examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun.
For I to be in a shady close to mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold and fruitless moon.
Thrice blessed they that master a sober blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, so choose. Ere I will yield my virgin pattern up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day, either prepared to pay for disobedience to your mother's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia. Lysander, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and on my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am my my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with advantage, as Demetrius, and, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, when I have heard so much, and with you shortly thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it.
Come, Demetrius, come. And come, Eugenia, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
There, Hermia, look you, arm yourself, to fit your fancies to your mother's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up.
Which by no means we may extenuate.
To obey or to a vow of single life?
Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius, Eugenia, go alone. I must employ you in some business against our nuptials, and comfort with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chanced the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eye!
Or if there were sympathy and choice, and if the jaws of darkness do devour it up, so quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross as due to love, as thoughts and dreams and sighs.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither way?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Happy fair. Teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
That my prayers with such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows
The
me.
more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault be mine?
Take comfort, he shall no more see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our eyes will unfold. Tomorrow night, a time that lovers' flight conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds, were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet.
Thence, through Athens, turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies.
Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck for thee, thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food tomorrow deep midnight.
Will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy happy some, or other some can be. Through Athens I'm thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all, but he do know. As he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring his qualities. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore, his winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind any judgment taste. For wings and no eyes, figure unheeding haste. Ere he looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. When that hail heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved. Showers of oaths did melt. Tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her. For this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here in me nigh to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
And so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh. A very good piece of work, I assure you. And the merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom.
Oh, ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? Is he a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Now that will ask some tears in the true performing of it. Now if I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. For the rest. Yet, my chief humor is for a piracy. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates.
This was lofty.
This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover's more condoling. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the ballastman down.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, are to take Thisbe on you.
What does this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not slay a woman. I have a beard coming.
All right. You shall play in the mask and speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice, whose Disney? Disney? Ah, Pyramus. Lover dear. Thy lady dear. Disney dear.
No, no. You must play Pyramus and flute Duke this week.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor. Here, Quince. Robin Starveling, you must play Disney's mother. Tom Stout, the taker.
Here, Peter, come in.
You, Pyramus, father, myself, Disney's father. Snug the Jordan, he's a live part, and I hope here's the play fitted.
I need a line part written. Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I'm slow studying.
You may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again!
You should do it too terribly, that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that way to hang us all.
I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove.
As gently as any sucking dove.
I will roar you, and 'twere any nightingale.
And 'twere any nightingale. You can play no part of the Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet man, a most proper man, as I shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, thou must needs play Pyramus.
Oh, well, I will undertake it. Ooh, what beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange-tawny beard, your purple ingrained beard, your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play it bareface. But, master, here are your parts, and I to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come in by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we may rehearse, for to meet the same shall be donned with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
In the Duke's Oak we meet. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
his passing fell in wrath,
because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king.
She never had so sweet a changeling.
and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forests wild.
But she perforce withholds the loved boy.
Crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy.
And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear, where spangled starlight sheen. But they do square.
That all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodwillow.
Are not you she? That bites the maidens of the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labor in the kern, and bootless make the breathless housewife turn,
And sometimes make the drink to bear no barm.
mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm.
Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you she?
Thou speakest aright.
I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I, a fat and bean-fed horse beguile.
Laying in likeness of a filly foal,
And sometimes lurk I in gossip's bowl.
in very likeness of a roasted crab.
And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for a 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum,
Down topples she,
and Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh. A merrier hour was never wasted there, but room, fairies, here comes Oberon.
And here our mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, Frau Titania.
What jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thine own?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and, in the shape of Corin, sat all day playing on pipes of corn, and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your warrior mistress, fair Hippolyta, to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus? For shame, Titania. Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the midsummer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beached margins of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
Therefore the wind,
piping to us in vain, as in revenge,
have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs,
which, falling in the land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents.
the ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat.
And the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard.
The fold stands empty in the drowned field.
The crows are fatted with murray and flock.
The 9 men's moors is filled up with mud.
And the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable.
The human mortals want their winter cheer.
No night is now with him or Carol blessed.
Therefore the moon
Governess of floods, pale in her anger,
washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound.
and thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose.
And on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set.
The spring,
Summer,
the childing autumn,
angry winter,
change their wonted liveries.
an amazed world, by their increase now knows not which is which.
And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance, till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round, and watch the moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go.
Not for thy fairy kingdom, fairies away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury!
My gentle buck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song.
I remember.
And that very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow.
As it should pierce 100,000 hearts.
Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. Oh, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make all man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Bring me that herb, and be thou here again, if the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. Ah, but who comes here? I'm invisible, and will overhear the conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I involved within this wood because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron. For my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I will have no power left to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor cannot love you?
Even for that, I love you the more. I am your spaniel. And Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me, but as your spaniel. Spurn me,
love and yet a place of high respect with me than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave this city and trust yourself into the ones of ones that loves you not. Your counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I see your face. Therefore I think I'm not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you and my respect are all the world. And how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, and the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
High in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. I, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Huh. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly, then he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower here? Welcome, wanderer.
I here it is.
I pray give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows.
Where oxlips and the nodding violet grow.
I know a bank
White over canopied with luscious woodbine.
Where the wild thyme blows. Sweet musk roses.
Where ox lips and the nodding violet grow.
And with egglet high.
White over canopy
Where oxlips
with luscious woodbine.
and the nodding violet grows.
Sweet musk
There sleeps Titania, sometime
and
of the
with
night.
egglet.
lulled in these flowers.
Quite over canopy
With dances and delight.
with luscious woodbine.
There sleeps Titania sometime of the night.
Lulled in these flowers.
Lull in these flowers.
With dances and delight.
Dances in the night.
There sleeps Titania sometime of the night.
And there the snake throws her enameled skin.
Weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in.
And there the snake throws her enamel skin.
I know a bank where the wild thyme blows.
Weed wide enough to wrap a fairy.
I know a bank where the wild thyme blows.
Lulled in these flowers
There sleeps Titania sometime of the night.
with dances and delight.
I know a bank where the wild thyme blows. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some meat and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he spies may be the lady, affected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
my small elves' coats.
And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits.
Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices. Let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cattle be, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thine eye that shall appear, when thou wakes it is thy day. Wait, when some vile thing is near.
faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out to bed, for I, upon this bank, will rest my head.
One turf will serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Not much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty,
to that fair prayer, say I. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence! Who is there? This is he. My master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eye I throw all the powerless charm, that of. Now when thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. Awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Stay! Wilt thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so my eyes were oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear. But who is here? Lysander on the ground. Dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom lets me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he loves your Hermia? Lord, what though Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Oh, where? Or was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve such scorn? Was it not enough? It's not enough, young man, that I never can know, nor never will deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency. Good sooth, you do me wrong, good troth, you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. Fare ye well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you, Lord, of more true gentleness. Oh, that a woman of one man refused, should therefore of another be abused.
This is not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my power address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me,
Alpine immediately. Lysander! Lysander! Lysander!
Are we all met?
Packed, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green hall will be our stage. This hall will bring our tyrant house. We will do it in Athens. We will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. I'll answer you that.
Fire Larkin, a parlish fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit.
I have a device. To make all well, write me a prologue. And let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords.
That Pyramus is not killed indeed.
And for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but
Bottom the Weaver. We'll put them out of fear. Well, we shall have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, bring God shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we have to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must say he is not a lion.
And we must know have his face must be seen from the lion's neck.
And he himself must speak through, saying thus or to the same effect, ladies.
Or, fair ladies, I would wish you.
Or I would request you.
Or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble.
If you think I come hither as a lion, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are.
And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's 2 hard things about this. That is, turn moonlight into a chamber. For, Pyramus and Thisbe didn't meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar! Look in the almanac, find out moonshine. Find out moonshine!
Come on.
Yes, it does shine that
Why then, may you leave a casement of the great chamber window open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn.
And say he comes to disfigure it.
Or to present.
The person of moonshine.
But there's another thing. We must have a wall of the chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, they talk through the chink of the wall.
Well, you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall.
And let him have some loam or some plaster or some rough cast about him to signify wall.
And let him hold his fingers thus. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If this may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so every man according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. But a plate word. I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I say all.
Speak, Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
flowers of odious, savors sweet. Odorous, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. For you must understand he goes, but the noise he has heard, it is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus.
Pyramus.
Most lily white of Hui.
Hue, most lily white of hue.
Of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. Triumphant. As truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nina's tomb, man. Nina's tomb? Well, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once. Cues it all. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, as truest horse that yet would never tire. Pyramus, enter. Your due is past. It is never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monsters, how strange! We are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters!
I'll follow you, I'll lead you about around, through bog, through brake, through bush, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
To make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom. Bless thee. Thou art translated.
Coward. I see their knavery. To make an ass of me. Frighten me if they could, but I will not stir from this place. Do what they can, I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear, I am not afraid. The ouzel cock, so black of hue, with orange thorny bill. Doth rustle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel waits me for my flowers?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plains are blue gray, whose noteful many a man doth mark, and there's not an name.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored by thee. So is my eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues perforce doth move me on the first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. I can bleak upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve my own turn. So I'm just.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom! Cobweb! Moth! And mustard seed. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman.
Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes.
Feed him with apricots and dewberries.
Purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries.
Oh! The honeybags steal from the hummel-bees.
And for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise.
And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes.
Nod to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail, hail, hail!
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
If I cut my finger, Mistress Cobweb, I shall make bold with you.
Your name, honest gentlewoman.
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower.
Huh?
The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye.
When she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforce of chastity.
Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be waked. Then what it was that came into her eye, that she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night's rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress
The monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower,
while she was in her dull and sleeping hour.
a crew of patches
Rude mechanicals that work for bread upon the evening sun.
were met together to rehearse a play.
Intended for great Theseus' nuptial day.
The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort
Whose pyramids presented in their sun.
forsook his scene and entered in the
When I did him at disadvantage take an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon, this we must be answered, and forth my mimic
and
comes.
they, in
that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked of force she must be eyed.
Oh, stand aside. This is the same Athenian.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? A breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
That is the woman, but not this the man.
Now I but chide, but I should use the worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse.
Thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being horseshoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too.
The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me.
Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia?
It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murder look, so dead, so grim.
So should a murdered look. So should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out!
Her, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
Oh, once, thou true even for my sake. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping?
Oh, brave touch!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is it that fraud that I can tell.
Pray thee tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
Privilege never to see me more.
From thy hated presence part I so.
See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Oh! There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness must heavier grow, for death that ran from sleep doth sorrow owe, which now, in some slight measure, it will pay if, for his tender here, I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken what? And laid the notice on some true love's side. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned and not false turned true.
Then fate o'errules. That one man holding troth and a million failed confounding no one knows.
Through this wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find, all fancy shixies and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion seest thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes, again she do appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in the apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky.
Captain of our ferryman, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must be sport alone. Those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her over? These vows to her and me put two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you!
Oh, Helena. Goddess. Perfect! Divine. Oh, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Who still is muddy. Oh, how ripen show thy lips, those kissing cherries! Tempting fruit. Thou holdst up thy hand. Ah, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! Now I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I'm sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know, and here with all goodwill and all my heart. In Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helen to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to Helen is home returned. There to remain!
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the fate thou dost not know, lest in thy peril thou shalt abide it, dear. Oh, look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear. Oh.
Art thou but from the eye of function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that could not let him bide. Fair Helena, more in guilty night than all yon fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee, made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia! Oh! Most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you and these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows when we have chipped the hasty-footed time for parting us? Is it all forgotten? Will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
Amazed at your passionate words, I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face and make your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love? So rich within his soul and tender me, forsooth affection. But by your setting on, by your consent, what though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too. Quick.
Come!
My sanctor, hurt to tens all bits.
Away, you Ethiop.
No. He'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Oh, hang off, thou cat, thou bird! Vile thing, let's loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Ah! Why grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
I love. Out! Tommy Tartar. Out! Loathed medicine, hated potion. Hence!
Do you not jest?
Oh, yes, Ruth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
No, I would, I had your bond. Fact, you see, the weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Not I, Hermia? Or not you, Lysander? Am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Me. You, juggler. You, canker blossom. You thief of love. What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
You counterfeit! You puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath heard her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high, and is it seem because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? Not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, you have not heard me. Do not strike me. You may think, perchance, that she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark, again!
Good Hermia, be not so bitter with me. I evermore did love you. Ever keep your counsel, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him, but he hath chid me hence and threatened to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now you will let me quite go to Athens, will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone! Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not. Will you take her part?
When she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school. Though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to pluck me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone! You dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass me. You bead! You acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of mine or thine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I shall go with thee, cheek by jowl.
Hey, you, mistress. Oh, this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I no longer trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer though. Run away!
I'm amazed. I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest. Or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, king of shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me that I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? So far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight.
Hide, therefore, woman, for the Calaston night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way, till over their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this hell into Lysander's eye. One day next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst I do thee in this affair employ, out to my queen and Beggarinian boy, and then I will a charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for nights with dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport. But, notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down. Up and down. I will reason up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Speak again! Thou run away? Thou coward? Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head? Ah!
Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou loose for wars, but wilt not come? Come, recreant! Come, thou child! I'll whip thee with the rod. He is defiled that stoops to spar with thee.
Art thou there?
Follow my voice, will try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 ho! Coward, why comes thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runs before me, shifting every place, and dares not stand me looking in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt abide here if I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my strength on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, night. Oh, long and tedious night. Bait the hour, shine comforts from the east, that I might back to Athens. From these that my poor company tests. Oh, sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company. Yet but three, come one more, two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew and torn with briars. Can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man will have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head. Where's Cobweb?
What's your will?
Oh, nothing but to help her scratch. I must to the barber man sell, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face. I am such a tender ass that if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear? Some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Oh. Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay. Oh, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Oh, I had rather a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me.
I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies be gone, and be always away.
Seest thou this sweet sight? Ah, her dote is now, I do begin to pity. Meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favours from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her, and fall out with her.
When he had, at his pleasure, taunted her, and she in mild terms begged his patience, he then did ask of her her changeling child.
Which straight she gave him. We fairies sent to bear him to his bower in fairyland.
And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awakening when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's fierce accidents, but as the vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be. See as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud over Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet.
My Oberon, what visions I have seen. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There, my true love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call. And strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music ho! Music such as charmed sleep.
Now thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are unanimity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphant. There shall these pair of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus all in joy.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then my queen in silence sad, trip we after the night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found, these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now, our observations performed. And since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley. Let them go. Dispatch, I say. Find the forest. We will bear the queen up to the mountain top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo and conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding.
My hounds are bred out of Spartan kind, so fluid, so scent, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew. A cry more tunable was never howled to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. But judge when you hear.
But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. This Lysander. This Demetrius. And this Helena. Old Mater's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity.
speak, Eugenia. Is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. Saint Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle comfort in the world?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough. My lord, you have heard enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helen, in fancy, following me. But, my good lord, I was not by what power, but by some power. It is my love to Hermia melted as the snow. And all the fate, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed. Ere I saw Hermia, but like a sickness did I both this swoon. But, hasn't helped, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met.
Of this discourse, we will hear more anon. Eugenia, I will overbear your will, for in the temple, by and by, with us, these couples shall eternally be met. And for the morning now is something warm, or purpose something shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel. Mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my mother.
And Hippolyta?
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Paris. Hey ho!
Hey ho!
Hey ho!
Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
Peter Quince!
Peter Quinn, Peter Quinn, Peter Quinn, Peter Quinn.
Flute the bells, Mender!
The bells maker.
Snap the tinker! Stop leg! Stop! God's my life. Stolen hence and left me here asleep. I have had a most rare vision. And I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. A man is but an ass if he goes about to expound this dream. Methought I was. No man can tell what. Oh, methought I was. And methought I had. Man is but a patch fool if we will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, and the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, nor his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. Oh, I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. And it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it had no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I will sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, she's transported.
If he come not, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You've not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, the best person, too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon, for a paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Yes, a very paramour for a sweet voice.
Messrs! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we would have been made men.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Oh, sweet, holy daughter. Oh, most courageous deed.
No.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. All that I will say is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, meet presently at the palace. Every man look over his part. For the short and long is, our play is reversed.
Let this be a fool. And let not him that plays the lion tear his nails, for there to hang out for the lion's claws. Head boast. Eat no onions nor garlic. We are to utter sweet breath. Do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy.
Bless thee, Quince, thou art translated.
No more words. Away. Go. Away.
true. I never may believe these antic fables, nor these fairy joys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brain, such shaping fantasies, that I apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends.
The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all impact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold.
That is the madman.
The lover, all less frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt.
The poet's eyes, in fine frenzy rolling, doth climb from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to herring nothing a local habitation and a name.
Such tricks have strong imagination that, if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy.
Or in the night, imagination some fear. How easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers, with joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends!
Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what mask, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime?
What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philip.
Where is our usual manager of mirth?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music?
How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness shall see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
We'll have none of that have I told my love, in glory of my kinsman Hercules.
The ride of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in the rage.
That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror.
The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary.
It is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow.
Tedious and brief. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which I must confess when I saw rehearsed made mine eyes water. But merrier tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, who have never labored in their minds till now. Now they have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. For I have seen it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
We will hear that play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it.
Go, bring them in. Take your places, ladies. I love not to see wretchedness or charge in duty in the service course.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
She said they can do nothing in this kind.
Kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do noble respect, takes it in mind, not merit. For in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let them approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will that you should think. That you should think we come not to offend. That you should think we come not to offend, but with good will.
To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end.
Consider then we come but in despite.
do not mind as coming to content you, our true intent is.
Our true intent is?
But we are not here.
All for your delight.
All for your delight, we are not here.
That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand. Not here that you should repent you.
And
By
a
her show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
These fellows do not stand upon points. They have read this prologue like a rough cult. They know not to stop.
A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Their speech is like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. What is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn's dog and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Minnie's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, where here they do remain.
I wonder if the wall do speak.
In this shame interlude, it doth befall that I, once now by name, present a wall, and such a wall as one would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this, the cranny, bright and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord. Silence, Pyramus draws me the wall.
Oh, grim look night. Oh, night with you so black. Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my dear Thisbe's promise is forgot. Oh, thou wall. Oh, sweet and lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall. Oh, wall. Oh, sweet and lovely wall. Show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. What see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. And cursed be thy stone for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No. No. In truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter, I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see all fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. Thy cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy. And I can see my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, Thou art my love, I think.
Oh, think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Nini's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus away Wall doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion. What does the lion be to speak?
One lion may when many asses do.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creep on floor, may now both quake and tremble here, when lion, ruffian, wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, when snug the joy, am a lion fell, no else, no lion's down. For if I should, as lion, come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast and of good conscience.
The very best of the beasts, my love, that e'er I saw. Let us listen to the move.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon.
He is no crescent, and the horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man to be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
He dares not come there, for you see it is already in.
I am aweary of this moon. What it will change?
It appears at discretion that he is in the way of heaven. But yet, in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed.
All that I have to tell you is that this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush. And this dog, my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, and all these are in the moon.
Silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Nini's finest tomb. Where's my love?
Lord Lion!
Well, mouse, lion.
And so the lion vanished, and then came Paradise.
Oh, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. But mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach ye, furies foul!
This passion and the death of a dear friend go near to make a man look sad.
True, my heart, I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature did thus lion spring? Since lion vile hath deflowered, my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked with cheer. Come tears confumed, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I pap, that left heart were doth hot. Thus die I. Thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die. 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 Die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass. How chance Tisby is gone before Moonshine come back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the flame.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a paramus. I hope she will be brief.
She had spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Speak! Quite dumb? Dead. Dead! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Are gone. Lovers, make moan! His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
Oh, no, assure you. The wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you? See the epilogue or hear Virgo man's dance of our company?
No epilogue. I pray.
For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse.
For when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Mary, if he that had read it, that the Pyramus hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy.
And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged.
But come now, let's have your burger back. Let's have the love alone. The hour tongue from midnight up till 12.
Always to bed. It's almost fairy time.
I fear we shall have sleep the coming morn as much as we, this night, have overwatched.
This palpable ghost play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed.
A fortnight hold we is solemnity, and nightly revels in new jollity.
lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores all with weary task fordone.
Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud.
Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone that's forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide.
And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic.
Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite, hope as light as bird from briar.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray.
To the best bride bed will we,
Which by us shall blessed be,
and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate.
so shall all the couples three ever true in loving be.
And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand.
Never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity shall upon their children be.
With your field due, consecrate, every fairy take his gate, through the palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest.
Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
Shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's stung, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar calls. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.